also parlay a pair of division winners together. So what do you think the best combo for that parlay is?
I have to think that you lock in one of the two prohibitive favorites. Let's go with the Knights in this case, and pair them up with the Islanders, who will only be battling Carolina, like I said, at the top of the Metro Division. That parlay could leave a nice payout in your pocket, but it comes with only minimal risk that I forecast. I look at other combos based on the favorites and see this one making the most sense. I already said Colorado is a prohibitive favorite in their group, so including them in the parlay only reduces the return. On the other end of the spectrum, I'm surprised that Toronto's a favorite in the Atlantic ahead of the defending champs in Tampa. That'll be a very competitive group, perhaps the most competitive one. I'm going to even add Florida and Boston into the mix, and I think they'll all be among the top 10 teams in the whole league. So I like my thing with the Knights and Carolina. And the Islanders, rather, I should say.
AJ, what's your parlay approach?
Well, looking at what they have on the DK Sportsbook here, I think my favorite one of the division winner parlays is probably Lightning and Avalanche at plus 340. Look, I said that the Leafs were my favorite of those division winners, but I actually slightly favor the Bolts to overall take that division. But again, either way, I think it's a toss-up. And then you're pairing them with an Avalanche club that I said is going to steamroll. Look, for me, if I can make an appeal to the DraftKings odds makers here, I'd like to see some parlays show up on the site here that include the Hurricanes, because I think they could really be in contention in that Metro Division. But in terms of all the long shots, Paul kind of alluded to it. I don't mind the Bolts and the Islanders. It comes in at plus 1,100. Both being slightly, the Islanders being the Metro favorite on the sports book there, and then the Bolts being right behind the Leafs.
Alrighty, next up, Jeffrey.
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely sticking with my Vegas Golden Knights pick. I think they'll be just fine in net with Leonard, but you take that value you're getting with them, and then you pair them with either the Islanders at plus 550. If you wanted some bigger odds, I really don't mind the Panthers as a pick here. I think they are getting a little bit overlooked. A lot of it's going to depend on how their net play goes, if Bobrovsky can bounce back, Spencer Knight. But this team added Sam Bennett. I think they're a lot deeper than people are giving them credit for. You've got teams like the Lightning taking a step back just in terms of personnel that they lost over the summer. I like the Panthers to pair with the Golden Knights at plus 750, but my favorite parlay is definitely the Islanders and the Golden Knights. I think the Islanders are in a really good spot. Paul alluded to it. I think that division, some teams going to be taking a step back there. So give me the Islanders and the Golden Knights, my favorite parlay.